dahilan para magbanta?
Wala ngang
Your Honor,
banta
that is not the point.
No. Mr. Presiding Officer, I am making a point.
Heto na po, no? Pag-usapan natin itong si Hontiveros. Paano siya dinurog dito kay Attorney Narvasa. I-recall natin, ha? Na itong si Attorney Narvasa ay parang halatang halata itong si Hontiveros na medyo may nagpakita na siya ng bias dito sa defense team ni BP Sara, ha? Bias siya in a way na parang sinisigurado niya ang point of view o kumbaga yung opinion ng defense team patungkol po sa grave threat. Okay? Mamaya pag-usapan natin yan kasi dito po na-obvious itong si Hontiveros dito sa pagtatanong niya kay Narvasa. So medyo may kaunti pong sagutan kay Hontiveros at itong magaling na defense team ni VP Sara na si Attorney Narvasa. Okay, mamaya ipapakita natin yan. At heto, pag-usapan natin itong si Garin. Sobrang palpak itong si Garin. Itong si Garin, itong si Congressman Garin, ha, ipinagtanggol niya itong si Luistro. Dahil si Luistro raw, binubuli ngayon sa social media. Yung laway na parang nakakadiri yung laway sa gilid, no? So, panoorin natin paano po dinepensahan ni Representative Garin itong si Luistro mamaya. Okay? Panoorin na natin kasi medyo sablay rin itong si Garin, eh. Getting worst si Garin. Okay? At last but not the least, ito yung pinaka-importante sa vlog. Dito yung dapat yung abangan. Itong si Attorney Powa, nagpapa-interview si Attorney Powa, itong defense team ni BP Sara sa Bilyonaryo News. At doon niya itinalakay kung bakit sila lamang doon sa round 1 ng impeachment trial ni BP Sara. So yung ibig kong sabihin ng round 1, that composes day 1, day 2, and day 3. At bakit doon natin maririnig itong si Attorney Powa sa kanyang paliwanag kung paano po dinurog ng defense team itong mga prosecutors sa kanilang gawa-gawang mga ebidensya nitong mga prosecutors. Okay, so yun po ang mga pag-uusapan natin. Pero bago ang lahat, paki-like, paki-share itong video natin para kakalat ito sa taong bayan. At sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, hoy, kung makikita nyo sa ating metrics, no, sa ating YouTube, makikita natin doon na grabe, sobrang dami pong nagsasubscribe natin ngayong buwan na ito, no? Kaya mahalaga po na mag-subscribe kayo sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe kasi po kapag nakasubscribe kayo, ma-update na kayo sa ating mga trending na mga balita patungkol po sa impeachment trial ni BP Sara. Kaya subscribe na po kayo, okay? So as promised sa inyo, ay babati muna ako dito sa mga laging nanonood dito, mga loyal viewers natin sa Donmar TV. Lani Hudap, ayan. Good evening, Donmar, watching from Germany. Ayan, shout out sa mga kababayan natin dyan sa Germany. Lani Hudap, maraming salamat po. Marivic Tabike, hello Donmar TV, watching from Davao de Oro. Ayan, sa mga nanonood dyan sa Davao de Oro, shout out sa inyo. Marivic Tabike, maraming salamat sa inyo. Ami Cabrera, ayan. Si Ami Cabrera, itong ating matagal na kaibigan na dito. Mga legend ito dito sa Donmar TV. Ami Cabrera, Ma'am Ami. Hello Sir Donmar, watching from Saudi. Ayan. Shout out sa mga kababayan natin sa Saudi, headed by the super beautiful and powerful Ma'am Ami Cabrera. Ayan, yung ating kaibigan. Arturo General. Ayan, good afternoon Donmar TV, watching here in Connecticut, USA. Ayan, shout out sa mga kababayan natin dyan sa Estados Unidos. Ayan, Arturo General, mabuhay po kayo sir. Ayan, thank you. Lena Ladeza, Hello Sir Donmar TV, mabuhay po kayo sir, watching from Saudi Arabia. Ayan. Lena Ladeza, shoutout sa mga kababayan natin dyan sa Saudi Arabia. Ellen Goles, lagi itong nanonood dito. Hi Donmar TV, good evening. Take care, stay safe, and God bless your family always. More blessings and good health. Ayan. Ma'am Ellen, maraming salamat. God bless rin sa inyo at sa inyong pamilya. Ayan. Thank you sa inyong mga greetings at mga shoutout sa inyo at lagi kayong nanonood dito sa Donmar TV. Okay. So, heto na po, no? Panoorin natin. Representative Garin, halos umiyak na para lang ipagtanggol itong si Luistro. Heto, panoorin natin at magre-react tayo dito. Play!
Bakit ba tayo pumupunta sa ganung kababa ng discourse? Walang tao ang walang laway. Saliva is part of a normal person. At kapag medyo nadidehydrate ka, or ikaw ay umiinom ng maintenance medications, kaakibat nito ay talagang medyo nagkakaroon ng dryness at kasama dyan yung saliva. Normal ba ito? Yes. So, why focus on that? May nakita pa nga ako, no? I believe kaibigan ko rin ito at parang tila spokesperson nga nung defense panel. I'm not sure kung ano yung if the spokesperson siya. Pero nagulat ako nung sabihin niya physiologically, medically, scientifically, ang laway daw at ang sipon ay simbolo ng mga taong nagsisinungaling. My God! That's a big lie, especially if you're a former official of the government. Hindi kasi pwedeng
Grabe, no? Affected talaga sila doon sa nangyari kay Luistro.
nililito natin. Ang sipon ay isang viral infection na nangyayari sa ating lahat. At hindi natin dapat kutsain ang isang taong sinisipon, lalo't lalo na kapag siya'y nagtatrabaho. Hindi rin natin pwedeng i-focus sa laway o kung ano man yan, kasi ang tanong doon, tama ba ang sinasabi nila? Nagsisinungaling ba yung ating mga abogado at yung ating mga prosecutors? Ginagawa ba nila ang kanilang tungkulin? Why go into a discourse? Again, we're going back to fake news. We're going back dun sa paglilihis. We're going back dun sa mga attitude, mga kaugaliang hindi maganda, pero tila na build up nung nakarang administrasyon na dapat ngayon ay i-correct natin. So, pag-usapan natin, kapag ako ay
Sa tingin ko, kaibigan na kaibigan talaga sila ni Luistro kasi grabe yung pagtanggol niya dito.
is that something criminal?
Mamaya ha, magko-comment ako dito ha, bakit sablay siya?
Lahat ng tao may laway because that's part of digestion. Pero pag hindi ka pinainom ng tubig, simula umaga hanggang hapon kasi bawal. Kapag ikaw ay hindi nakakain, no, at ikaw ay doon na nagtatrabaho, it's a normal process. Kasalanan ba yun? Hindi. Kailangan bang pagtawanan yun? No. It's actually bullying. The prosecutors are just doing their job. Ngayon, dapat tuldukan yan at ibalik natin sino ba ang totoong nagsisinungaling. Yung nagsisinungaling, yung pinapalabas na kasinungalingan ang naging cause ng sipon. Never in the history of the medical community has colds or sipon been a cause of lying. Kaya ibalik natin. Sa katotohanan lang po tayo, wag po nating ilihis. Andyan na yung impeachment court. Ipagpatuloy, tuldukan at sagutin ang mga dapat sagutin. Huwag ilihis. Let us avoid personal attacks. Let us focus on the issue.
Alam mo, Ma'am Garin ha, pangaralan kita. Ito si Garin, ipinagtanggol niya si Luistro dahil nga binubuli, parang dinadivert raw ng attention dito sa laway. Alam mo, unang-una, ang taong bayan, yung laway, ano na lang yan? Parang pangalawa na lang yan. Kasi depende yan sa tao, Garin. Tama ka, natural na merong mga tao talagang naglalaway dito sa gilid. Walang problema yan. Pero, you have to accept na yan si Luistro, ang daming galit niyan. Hindi naman sila sa laway nagagalit eh. Galit sila sa personality Luistro. Pero yang laway na yan, wala yan. Parang ano lang yan kung baga, nadala na lang yung tao. Kasi kahit hindi pa nagtutulo yung laway ni Luistro sa bibig niya, sa Bisaya pa, gamama na yung baba. Kahit hindi pa nagmama yung bibig niya, garin, ang dami talagang galit ni Luistro. Yun ang pinakauna. Nung naglaway na ang kanyang bibig, mas lalong pinagtawanan lang siya. Okay? Kasi, kung ibang tao yun ang naglalaway, wala lang yun. Baliwala lang yun sa taong bayan. That means to say, yung laway, second na lang yun. At dahil naglalaway siya, mas lalo siyang pinagtawanan ng tao kasi kahit hindi pa nangyari yun, dami na talagang galit dyan kay Luistro. Ang isa sa kamalian mo, hindi naman dinadivert ng taong bayan sa pambubuli, o let us say, nambubuli ang taong bayan, binubuli nila si Garin, hindi dahil sa laway niya. Binubuli siguro itong si Luistro dahil sa kanyang palpak na style sa pagiging government official niya. It all sums up na. Ay dahil kay speaker, doon galit yung tao. Tapos sa kanyang kapalpakan, sa kanyang pagka-bias, nahahalata yan ng taong bayan. Mas inuuna pa niya itong impeachment ni VP Sara. So yung laway na yan, wala yan. Ano lang yan? Second lang yan. Binubuli lang siya dahil galit na talaga ang tao sa kanya. Yun ang katotohanan. Sa naratibo mo na parang nililihis yung issue, dapat ang issue ay dapat doon sa yung katotohanan. Yung katotohanan? Nagnakaw si VP Sara? Yun ba ang ibig mong sabihin? Hindi naman Tinututukan naman Garin sa patas naman ang Senate ngayon sa pagtutok. So, huwag mong sabihin na dahil doon sa laway nililihis namin. Kago ka naman. Di ba? Hindi, yung laway, lang yun? Parang, kumbaga, kung nanood ka ng YouTube, advertisement lang yun. Ads, kumbaga. Kaya lang, magpangkahan na tayo, nakakadiri lang yung ginawa niya. Nakakadiri. Yun lang. Kung sinabi mong binubuli, hindi. Dapat, dati nang galit yung tao. Yun lang ang masasabi ko sa iyo, Garin, ha? Hindi po nililihis ng issue na yan. Tinututukan niya ng Senado. Hindi dahil sa laway-laway mong...
At pasensya na po doon sa aking kaibigang nagsalita niyan. It is an insult to us doctors to say that sipon
Insult sa inyong doctors?
and having saliva,
Doktor ka pa niyan? Yun din vac siya. Doktor ka? Ano na nangyari sa Dinvac siya mo? Kumusta na yun? Ay, nako. Ay, pagtanggol mo lang yan kasi kaibigan mo yan So ito, panoorin natin itong second video kung paano dinurog itong si Hontiveros at pinangaralan ni Chis Escudero, no? Makipagdebate ka pa dito kay Carlo Narvasa, Attorney Carlo, no? Na defense team ni VP Sara. Ito po, panoorin natin.
Judge Ontiveros is recognized. You may proceed, ma'am, and you have 2 minutes.
Halatang-halata si Hontiveros dito na kahit ano namang talagang mangyari, kahit mapapatunayan niya ng defense team na inosente si VP Sara, boboto naman talaga yan for impeachment si Hontiveros. Alam na natin yan. Dito lang talaga, nagpapakita si Hontiveros, bias na siya.
Salamat po, Mr.
That's my own opinion sa nakikita ko.
Presiding Officer. Para sa Counsel for the Defense, Mr. Presiding Officer, just for clarity, ano pong relevance nung video na ipinakita ni Attorney Zuleika Lopez? Sinasabi po ba ng depensa na yung mga alleged threats o alleged incitements ni VP Duterte ay prompted nung detention ni Attorney Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor. There was a systematic oppression made by the House of Representatives dating back from their even before their mini trial, Your Honor. The committee headed by Representative Joel Chua began investigating the Vice President and her people, even when Attorney Zuleika Lopez was being interviewed by the House Committee of Quadcom Committee, Your Honor. Even if she was answering the questions faithfully and to the best of her ability, she was cited in contempt, detained. Her lawyer was not allowed. Her lawyer was not allowed to be with her when they were trying to detain her in the women's correctional facility, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Presiding Officer, Counsel for the Defense, position po ba ng depensa na pwedeng palampasin ng alleged grave threats kung may masasabing lehitimong
Tingnan niyo yung naratibo niya ha. Grave threat talaga. Grave threat talaga ang naratibo nila. Sinabi na yan ni Panelo, walang grave threat nga. Naratibo niyo eh. Paano naging grave threat yan na unahin mo na nating isipin na si VP Sara po ang una pong gine-grave threat?
dahilan para magbanta?
Wala nga
Your Honor,
banta
that is not the point.
No. Mr. Presiding Officer, I am making a point through my question and I am asking the good counsel for the defense dahil sinabi nila there was a systematic oppression that yes, yan po ang nag-prompt nung alleged grave threats and alleged incitements ng Vice President na prompt po ng detention ni Attorney Lopez na kanyang inilarawan sa ipinakitang video kanina.
Kasi para sa akin parang talagang yun self-defense yun ni VP Sara Di ba? Hindi nga yung grave threat. Ikaw, kung meron pong gustong gumorgor sa'yo, anong gagawin mo? Gugurgurin mo talaga rin siya, di ba? Para bang, na-corner ka na sa isang room. Merong gustong gumorgor sa'yo. Di ba? Anong gagawin mo para hindi ka magorgor? Di ba? So, didipinsahan mo yung sarili mo. Parang ganoon din ang nangyari kay BP Sara. Sa tingin ko, that's my own opinion. Hindi naman ako expert dyan. Basta sinabi lang ni BP Sara, para hindi ako magorgor, parang, sige, sasabihin ko sa kanila na kapag magorgor ako, bantay lang kayo kasi magorgorin kayo. Parang ganun ba?
Kaya itinatanong ko kung yan ba ang posisyon ng depensa na pwedeng okay lang or pwedeng tanggapin ang grave threats kung may masasabing lehitimong dahilan para magbanta.
Yes, Your Honor.
Before counsel
Yes,
for
Mr. Presiding
responded answers, although he already answered in the affirmative,
Your Honor, I was just referring to before.
would like to remind the Senator Judge
Nire-remind nila lahat na ni Chis Escudero pero ang kanyang pinatutungkulan dito si Hontiveros. Ayan.
Yes, to be cautious in making counsels for either party make conclusions of law and fact. Instead of presenting evidence through a witness they will present,
Obvious na
or
kasi.
through direct, cross, redirect, or recross. Because if he answers Senator Judge Hontiveros, that would effectively place on record a conclusion of fact and law, not drawn from a witness, which they can very well do so during their closing remarks. And when I allow him to speak by way of repartee to the peroration yesterday and discussion yesterday by counsel for the prosecution. But other than that, as agreed with some of the senator judges, we would try to limit the answers of the counsels for the parties. With your indulgence, Senator Judge Hontiveros, please.
I submit, Mr. Presiding
Thank you,
Officer, may I just in closing make of record that I also appreciated and also submitted to the ruling of the presiding officer yesterday because I appreciated that it partook of the history of impeachment proceedings in this court pinag-aralan ko rin po ng maigi ang mga nakaraang mga impeachment trials at di hamak na pati noon naging liberal ang pagpapahintulot nila sa mga katanungan ng mga senator judges para lang mas maliwanagan ang iba't ibang punto. So I again thank the good presiding officer and again reiterate my submission to his ruling and thank the good counsel for the defense for his response.
We thank Senator Ontiveros for
you.
indulgence and understanding.
So yan po ang nangyari ha. Hindi umubra si Utiveros doon eh. Tatanungin pa niya, grave threat. Obvious naman inaapi nyo lang si BP Sara para magmukhang si BP Sara talagang may kasalanan doon na nag-grave threat si BP Sara. Ito po, paliwanag ngayon ni Attorney Michael Powa at siya po ay kumpiyansa na ang defense team ni VP Sara, no, pagkatapos ng day 3, tinatanong siya kung makakalusot ba si BP Sara. Ang sabi niya, maganda yung performance ng defense team. Obvious naman, nakikita naman ng taong bayan. Ito po, panoorin natin. Maganda po ito. Play.
Matapos ang ikatlong araw ng impeachment trial
Yan,
ni
forward
Vice
natin.
President Sara Duterte,
Haba pang tatakbo ng trial.
kaya
I feel like that's
Forward
po,
natin.
Medyo kulang na po talaga tayo doon, no? Because
tulog.
syempre po, no, kahit na 3 days lang yung trial day, or trial dates natin, obviously the other days are spent preparing naman for the next week, no? Although it's good that we all started early, so matagal na naming inaabangan kasi itong trial na to. So we have basically everything in place, but syempre may fine-tuning here and there as we go along. So hindi pa rin talaga tayo tumitigil sa preparations for the following week, no, ng trial.
parang tama po ba na it is expected that for the first 3 days, because yung unang araw parang presentasyon pa lang ng mga rules, ang mga kung ano, ebidensya, etc. And then second day was yung testigo po ng prosekusyon. And then kayo po naman ang magko-cross-examine kahapon.
Opo.
So parang inaasahan na itong linggong ito, the ball will be in the court of the prosecution. And thereby, sila rin talaga ang magmumukhang ungos kasi hindi pa naman kayo nagpipresenta ng sarili ninyong ebidensya.
Tama po, Ms. Corina. And actually, it's not just this week, no? It will be the following weeks. Kasi ang mangyayari talaga, and magandang nabanggit niyo po para maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan, that really the prosecution will have to present its evidence first, no? And then afterwards, we'll decide if the defense will still present our evidence if need be. If not, we might even file a demurrer. Yung demurrer, technical yan, no? Sinasabi natin, hindi naman napatunayan ng prosecution yung mga aligasyon nila, so hindi na kami magpresent ng ebidensya. Hindi natin sinasabi na gagawin natin yan, hindi rin natin sinasabi na hindi natin gagawin yan, masyado pa namang maaga. But maganda pong maintindihan yun, no? Na right now, ang trabaho lang talaga ng defense is to cross-examine, no, yung mga witnesses na pinipresenta ng prosecution.
And mahalaga ba, gaano kahalaga, attorney, na tibagin yung mga testigo? Halimbawa, yung si NBI senior agent, bakit po siya kailangan kumbaga matibag yung credibility niya?
Mahalaga po talaga bawat witness, no? Kasi nga sa ngayon, we will win this phase of the trial by cross-examination pa lang kasi hindi pa kami naglalabas ng mga ebidensya namin. So mahalaga rin, kailangan natin tingnan yung mga kredibilidad ng mga taong inihaharap as testigo, no, bilang mga witnesses, para nang sa ganun, malaman natin kung may katotohanan din ba yung mga sinasabi nila. So that's why nakita nyo kahapon, no, there were questions on yung qualification ng witness. As una kasi akala namin expert witness, but the witness himself said, no, that he wasn't an expert but a competent witness daw. Nonetheless, kailangan natin tingnan yung kwalifikasyon niya dahil sinasabi niya siya yung nag-extract ng video, siya yung nag-save ng video sa USB. So, kailangan nating tingnan, no, para sa authentication stage ng ebidensya nila.
At normal din ba na maraming objection talaga ang depensa?
Oo, actually, hindi lang depensa. In fact, nung una kasing araw, I'll be very candid, nakita ko naman yung mga kumakalat sa SOCMED, di ba, na Mr. Objection daw ang defense. But as you've all seen yesterday, nung kami naman na nagko-cross-examine, marami ring objections ang prosecution. And that's
Correct.
normal, no? There's nothing wrong with what the prosecution did because we feel there's nothing wrong with the defense did. Sa regular courts, normal naman po. Trabaho lang po talaga ng abogado ang mag-object. Pag nakikita namin na merong ground, no, under the rules for objection, meaning yung tanong ay improper or hindi dapat tinatanong sa witness.
Okay. So, bale, sigurado nakakaramdam kayo ng pressure kasi hindi naman siya ordinaryong
Kaso.
kaso. I mean, the entire nation is watching. Social media has a comment on every utterance. So, paano po yun? How do you keep your cool
Well,
under that pressure?
Well, Ms. Corina, syempre, we try as best as we can to keep the noise out, kumbaga. But of course, siguro magbobolhan tayo if I tell you na walang pressure, diba? Of course, there's pressure and it's very different from a normal court proceeding na halos wala namang nakakanood sa'yo except for the people who are present there. And it's very different from previous impeachment trials, no? Because the previous trials, wala pa naman tayong masyadong SOCMED talaga, di ba? Ngayon lang talaga that you can see all the comments online. So, ako personally, and I think most of us in the defense team, we try to keep out of social media para hindi tayo masyadong naapektuhan, no? But, well, ako personally, I can't help but also look because sometimes, you know,
It's constructive.
it's constructive and based on the comments, we also might need to do I mean, we have to
Adjustments, oh.
be we have to be very, how do you say this? Kailangan siguro medyo magpakatotoo din tayo. I mean, huwag tayong masyadong egotistic, no? Na pag may mga constructive comments naman, siguro dapat pakinggan din natin. So it's really balancing that, no?
Right.
It's balancing the noise and what we consider as constructive.
Right. At so maaasahan natin next week, bawas na yung objection. Well, that's to put it
We cannot commit to
simplistically.
that.
Oh, we cannot commit. Okay. So, isa sa mga naging sentro ng usapan yung sinasabing pagtitibag nga dito sa kredibilidad ng unang testigo, no? Ang napansin ko lang po, parang he was being cross-examined as a representative of the NBI when specifically his expertise is technical.
Yes.
Parang ano din kasi hindi niya masabi ng diretso yun Yung testigo ba? Na hindi ko po masasagot yan. Technical po ako. Ang pinag-uusapan dito, authenticity. Okay? Hindi ba? At tinatanong sa kanya yung tungkol sa hitman plot. Paano naman niya malalaman yon? So what do you think? Well, how do you assess?
Well, Ms. Corina, kasi aside from the technical aspect, he also signed kasi yung affidavit of investigation. So when you sign an affidavit of investigation, obviously the presumption is you've read the affidavit itself, diba? So he was involved. But nonetheless, there will be other witnesses that will be called upon by the prosecution. I think si Agent Lotok will be called on Monday. And then of course, si Director Matibag will also be called, no, at some point. Hindi pa yata next week. But
Yan,
nakita na
excited
namin
tayo
yung
dyan kay
request
Matibag.
for issuance of subpoena. So there
Sino
will
po
be...
yung Agent Lotok? I mean, what is his
Kasama
area?
rin po siya sa pumirma, no? So isa siya sa mga nag-imbestiga. And even si Agent Kalilong yesterday also said na may mga nakausap din siyang mga dumalo, yung mga inimbita nila para sa investigasyon nila. So there is personal knowledge on his part, no, pagdating doon. So natatanong namin siya. Lalo-lalo na doon sa affidavit of investigation. Of course, I cannot talk about the merits. No? That's why I'm just trying to be very factual para lang maintindihan ng tao kung ano yung nangyari, no, kahapon.
So if the purpose of putting this witness on the stand yesterday was to establish authenticity, was he able to establish authenticity of the video?
Well, that's up to the impeachment court. No? That's up to the impeachment
okay.
court. Sa atin
Oo.
naman, parati kasi akong tinatanong, kahit kahapon, Ms. Corina, kung madagdag ko lang na, bakit? Dinideny niyo ba yung video, yung ganyan, di ba? Look, again, siguro naglolokohan na tayo if we deny that there was such a statement, no? There was such an utterance. Pero pagdating kasi sa video, syempre kailangan din natin malaman, like I say, hindi naman kasi naglalakad ang ebidensya mag-isa papunta ng
Correct.
korte, 'di ba? Someone has to testify, bring it and testify on
Ang
it
galing ni,
and authenticate it. At pagdating sa
Attorney
video,
Poa.
syempre, di naman natin alam kung saan niya nakuha yung video na yan, how is it compared to the original source, which is probably the Zoom meeting, the saved file of the Zoom meeting, diba? Or Zoom press conference. So may mga ganyang technical na bagay talaga na kailangan pagdaanan, not just in impeachment but in regular courts. No?
Is
Lahat
there
ng mga
more?
dokumento.
Is there more than what the public saw? or more than what is now presented as evidence in that video? To put it in better context.
Yes, that's why we were asking for, we were asking initially that, in fact, even the senators now were debating upon the 2-hour video. They were asking us if we will be asking the court to play the entire 2 hours and I think 26-minute
Ay,
video.
2 hours pala yun.
Oo, ganun kahaba yun eh. So, and we said that we are planning to do so. Now, kahapon, hindi namin muna tinuloy because we didn't find the need to do it. No? That's why we showed just other clips. Bakit yun importante? Kasi nga, konteksto, like you said. No? Pag nagsabi kasi tayo na meron na record na isang, like a 2-minute clip based on the statement of the Vice President, hindi naman kasi, kumbaga, hindi natin napapakita yung buong konteksto kung paano ba umabot sa ganung statement. That's why we wanted to really show the entire 2-hour video. But I think the appropriate time will come. Now, I am not saying that we will or we won't. Siguro titingnan lang natin kung ano yung takbo. Because I know that 2 hours and 26 minutes is a long time. Especially, we don't want to waste judicial time also, the time of the senators no? And the viewers also. So, kung kinakailangan, that option is still there. No?
Pero importante yun, ano?
Yung
makita
context,
yung buo. Oo.
Yes.
So, ano naman yung lumabas po doon sa closing statement na Oplan Romanov?
Well, basically, again, I don't want to get into the merits, so factual lang. That was one of the questions posed by, I think, either a media personality or a vlogger dun sa nangyaring press con na yon noong November 2024. At yung Project Romanov allegedly was a threat against the life of the Vice President as well as the lives of her family. So, dun yung pinanggalingan. But again, I'll stop there na lang siguro. That's why it's very important for us to have the proper context and to see the entire video para makita ng tao, ano ba tong Project Romanov, ano bang pinanggalingan nitong statement ng ating Vice Presidente.
What was the state of mind also of the VP?
What was the situation then, yes, that brought about that state of
Kasi
mind?
merong mga nagsasabi, hindi siya, yung kanyang outburst o yung kanyang pagiging emosyonal sa video daw ay hindi nanggagaling sa puso ng Vice Presidente o sa utak ng Vice Presidente, kundi mula sa puso ng isang ina. Dahil
Minsan
nga
may
doon
bugso rin
sa
ng-
pagbabanta
Oo,
sa kanila.
Or bugso rin ng damdamin, ano?
Oo, syempre, kung mother hen ka, di ba? Or mother, ikaw yung lioness.
Protector, oo.
Yeah, you protect your brood. So, well, anyway, yun ang sinasabing tutumbukin.
Oo.
Oo.
Attorney Mike, napag-uusapan niyo pa rin ba yung posibilidad na iharap na mismo si VP Sara in this article particularly para mapaliwanag niya kung ano ba talaga yung kanyang kumbaga intent or state of mind at that time?
Willard, sa ngayon, hindi pa, sa totoo lang. No? Kasi hindi pa namin nakikita yung necessity na iharap mismo ang Vice Presidente dito. So, ang pratikong sinasabi kung kinakailangan at ang tanong sa akin, kailan ba kinakailangan? It will depend dun sa takbo talaga ng trial. No? At kung sa tingin namin, it will be advantageous, of course, to the defense na may harap siya, then we will do so. I mean, we will, of course, ask her and ultimately the decision will fall upon her if she wants to appear and testify. Pero sa ngayon, di pa namin nakikita na kinakailangan. I think we will be able to prove our case without having to do that just yet.
Okay, was that necessary? Yung kanyang pagpunta po doon? I mean, at this point, I guess lahat ng mga desisyon o aksyon has a purpose, no? You have to be purposeful dahil everybody is watching. So, do you think that was necessary that people saw that she was there in the building?
Again, I'll be very candid, Miss Corina. The real purpose for that was I was talking to her and she said, that perhaps we could have a meeting. And so I said, okay. And she was only available because she came from Davao and she flew in that day for several engagements and she was available at a certain time, no? Mga around 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And so I said, okay. And then she said, where would you be? And I said, well, usually the defense team is already in the holding room, no, sa Senate. Kasi 2 p.m. yung trial eh. And nag-meeting pa rin kami doon for whatever will happen that day. So sabi niya, sige, puntahan ko na lang kayo. And a lot of people put a lot of things into that, no? They made a lot of things into that. But the truth is, even during my time with her in DepEd, that's her character. She was always very considerate of my schedule or where I was at a certain time, and she always wanted where it was convenient for us.
Spontaneous.
And the problem is, if we were to meet outside, baka maghahol kami sa oras, as with the traffic nowadays, baka malate kami dun sa 2 p.m. namin na trial. So, minarapat niya na puntahan na lang kami doon. There was no other intention other than to really have a meeting with us. No, it wasn't a strategic move on the team's part. In fact, we confirmed the meeting, I think, if not the night before, nung umaga lang. No? So
So,
it
kumbaga
was a-
parang impromptu press con ang nangyari.
Yan o, ang
Si
gulo-gulo.
Atty.
Oo. Actually, ako po yung nagsalita. In fact, she told me na kaagad, no, in fairness to the media, please tell them, out of consideration rather for the media, please tell them that I will not be attending the trial because she didn't want the media to expect, no, or mga kababayan natin to expect. So please explain why I'm there. That's why nag-press con muna ako bago siya dumating. Nagmamadali akong pumunta doon para maka-press con bago siya dumating para ma-explain kaagad yung context din ng pagpunta niya.
Kayo ba yung tinuturo ni VP nung sinabi niya na pinayuhan siya na mag-entertain ng questions mula sa media?
Oo.
Kung may paliwanag din lang po.
Ako yun. No, because it's very, the rules are very strict. No? In terms, Rule 18 of the Senate impeachment rules provides that the senator judges, the parties and their counsels, which kami yun, and parties meaning the Vice President, no, cannot discuss the merits of the case publicly. Kumbaga, ito yung katumbas ng sub judice
Yan ang
rules sa regular courts.
dahilan.
No? So, we're very mindful of that rule, and that's why kahit ako sa mga interviews and sa mga press con, medyo pigil din talaga ako, no? Because I have to be very mindful, baka ma-contempt kami because we're violating that rule. And even the presiding officer reminded us on the first day during his opening statement about that rule, no? That we cannot disclose. Kasi nga, you're trying to sway public opinion or condition the mind of the public one way or the other.
So, pina-aprobahan na lang ba sa inyo yung kanyang one-liner
Ay, hindi
mula
po.
sa tula?
Wala
o-
po. Hindi ko po nakita yon bago siya nagsalita. Sabay lang natin narinig. Kumbaga, sabay lang natin nalaman kung ano yung statement na yun.
Bakit ka namamangha ka dun sa one-liner, ano?
Oo, very dramatic syempre. Galing sa tulang Invictus.
Oo, hindi ba? So, ngayon alam na natin, hindi ba kung saan ang galing yung parang siguro damdamin ni VP, no? The question now is, can she convince the senator judges where she was coming from? Okay, so 3 days for one witness, o sabihin natin 2 days. Ang dami pang witness, sir. Aabot ba yung sinasabi yung numero ng, yung bilang po ng mga araw na naka...
Well, Ms. Corina, it's up to the prosecution, no? Kasi sila yung magprepresenta muna. Kami naman, nakadepende kami kung
Correct.
depende sa naging
Depensa
presentation
nga eh.
nila kung ilang witness ang kakailangan namin to rebut, no? If there is even a need to rebut. But yung witness usually, isang araw lang per witness. Meaning dapat sa isang araw matapos ang direct examination and cross-examination. Ideally. But yung nangyari kasi nung Tuesday, medyo humaba, no? Because of the need to authenticate several documents. But again, let's be fair to the prosecution. That's normal. No? And even with the defense, darating din yung panahon na kami naman at maaring mahaba rin yung maging presentasyon namin because of the need to authenticate voluminous documents.
Oo. Biro mo, isang video lang, ano? Ang daming witness, ang daming dokumento. So, handa na po ba kayo doon sa sinasabing may ilalabas daw silang testigo na may kinalaman o magpapatunay na may kinausap nga na gun for hire?
Inaabangan namin kung sino yung testigo na yon, and definitely from what we know, no, we will be ready to cross-examine whoever that witness is kasi hindi naman natin pa kilala kung sino yon, but definitely handa naman tayo kahit naman sa regular court proceedings nangyayari yung mga ganyan. So it's not as if we don't have experience with things like that.
So you
tingnan
were
natin.
informed beforehand that there is such a witness pero hindi sinasabi kung sino.
Yes, because actually I'm not sure if they specifically said that there will be such a witness, but narinig naman natin in recent days na meron nga daw lalabas, etc. Inaabangan lang natin, but it's just to put things in context also. In our pre-trial briefs, yung sinubmit namin sa korte, we are allowed to, one, of course, we are required to name our witnesses, no? But we are also allowed to leave reservations. Meaning, ibig sabihin nun, hindi ko muna ilalagay yung pangalan, pero ilalagay ko yung purpose. No? Bakit ko hindi ilalagay yung pangalan? For the security of the witnesses. No? So may mga ganun naman po. And allowed naman po yan. Ang hiningi lang namin sa prosecution, which they agreed to, is disclosure at least 5 days prior to presentation. Para makapaghanda kami at para makapaghanda rin naman yung mga senator judges natin.
Disclosure even of the name, attorney.
Of
Even
the name, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so kapag dumating na po ang panahon ng pagpepresenta ninyo ng inyong mga ebidensya, ano po ang aasahan po namin na mapapatunayan?
Sa amin po, pagdating dito sa, ano lang, no, itong unang article,
Yes,
which is
oo.
Article
4.
4, no, ang maaasahan lang is, mapapakita namin yung buong konteksto, mapapakita natin kung ano ba ang sanhi, kung bakit nagkaroon ng ganong statement, at ano ba yung talagang nabanggit kahapon na threat against the Vice President herself.
Okay, nako, marami pong salamat sa inyong panahon. Pero pakinggan muna natin kung ano
So ayan yan po ang kabuuhan ng interview nitong si Attorney Powa sa Bilyonaryo News Channel. Ayan, so marami pa tayong dapat abangan, no? Kasi marami parang iprepresentang mga witness itong mga prosecutors. At sila rin naman bilang defense team ni BP Sara ay talagang kumbaga kung ano yung ipepresentang mga witness ng prosecutors, didepensa lang sila. So meron rin silang nakaantabay na mga witness para to counter the prosecutors. Ayan. So magaling si Attorney Powa, no? At kitang-kita naman natin kung paano nilalamangan nila yung mga sa debate na-prove nila na medyo sablay yung para sa atin na opinion natin yan, sablay ang witness ng mga prosecutors. Okay? So maraming salamat sa panonood. Paki-like, paki-share na lang at mag-comment kayo, no? Sa inyong opinion, babasahin natin yan sa comment section. Sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, subscribe na po kayo. See you in my next video. Have a great day, have a great night. God bless po sa ating lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas and God save the Philippines. Bye-bye.